On the phone line, State Senator Tim Sheldon. Good morning, sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. And Tim, are you get through Olympia, or are you stuck here now in this mudslide that has happened?
No, I'm in Potlatch, so I'm just a little bit south of the slide.
That's right, you just missed it.
And I'm driving in, but I think I'm going to go back and take a look, talk to DOT and see how long it's going to be for people,
yes.
Because that's quite a wait. If they say 5 hours, you never know. It could be a lot longer.
It sure could, and
what happens is they get into safety issues. If it's very unstable, it's very hard to work on. And milepost 331 would be just north of Hoodsport. Could be along there by before Octopus Hole, and it's pretty steep there and not much area to work. You can't back up trucks and turn around and everything else. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day for many, many folks.
Well, I checked my rain gauge this morning when I got up, and it was just after 6, and we had 1.75 inches of rain since midnight.
Oh, my gosh. It has really been coming down. Well, how's work been going on in the legislature, Tim? Yesterday, you in your committee for energy and environment and telecommunications, you talked about a couple of things, exempting short-line railroads that haul non-fuel oils, concerning independent remedial actions under the Model Toxics Control Act. What else have you guys been working on?
Well, that was kind of a small bill, but an important one for Eastern Washington. Some people ship canola oil, for example, by rail, and if they get thrown under the same regulations as oil shippers from the Bakken, coming through in oil trains, it really makes it tough on them. So we need some exemptions for the oil that's produced like that.
Oh, that makes sense. I guess you would, if you just have the word oil, then that would work to any peanut oil, soy oil.
Right.
Oh.
Right. And usually, it's a one-car or two-car transportation and a short-line railroad to get out to the main line. And so that's common sense legislation.
Interesting.
But the bigger bill yesterday was about cell phones, the new 5G technology that Verizon, Comcast, all the big companies are putting out.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, they want to deploy it nationwide. And basically what you get is huge improvements in service, 100 times faster. And the technology is in a box about the big as a small suitcase with an antenna.
Wow.
And so to mount that in a building or on a pole, it's pretty easy to do, and it covers about 1,000 yards. So that would be perfect for buildings, downtown areas, that kind of thing. But I'd like to see that deployed in our state, but I want to trade it for a little bit for some better service in the rural areas.
Sure.
And that's just not right to get everything to downtown Seattle, downtown Tacoma, when we need a lot of improvements here out in Lake Bushman, up Highway 101, past where the slide is today. A lot of those places don't even have service at all.
So what are you thinking on this trade-off here? If you guys help us out with some great service, and then you provide some greater service to those folks who may not be able to get to it?
Right. And the title of the bill is an act relating to telecommunications. So it'd be very easy to attach something on there, an amendment, which helps us. And sometimes bills have a title that's too narrow, and you can't do that. So anyway, we're negotiating with the big telecom companies to improve service to the rural areas, and especially the Olympic Peninsula. So
there's a lot of folks that still don't have. There's a lot of folks still using dial-up. If that even.
No, it's not good. So.
No.
Anyway, that's been happening, and then all the bills, the policy bills, have to be out of committee by next Friday, the 17th. So we're pretty much in committees right now. I haven't been on the floor very much, although we'll have a quick floor session today, pro forma they call it. I've got a resolution for the USS Olympia, which the House passed last week, and will pass now. So
I was talking with Port of Shelton Commissioner Dick Taylor about his time there on the USS Olympia. He said that you were there and Tony was there, and it was a great thing to talk with these, kids, 22 years old or something, running this thing.
And they were so enthralled with and interested in what Dick had to say about the old days and how they did things. And he's so knowledgeable about submarines. It was really a pleasure just to listen to him talk to the younger fellows and about how things were done in the old days.
Do you have any bills that you have sponsored primarily or secondary that you are hoping are able to move through some of these committees before the 17th?
Well, I hope so. I got a few. One that had a hearing on, I think it was day before yesterday, was about manufactured home communities, locating them outside the urban growth area.
Mm-hmm.
Land is getting very expensive in urban growth areas. We have a provision in the Growth Management Act for fully contained communities, and we've adopted that in Mason County as well. And that was an idea of a community, like a warehouse or development kind of thing that would be outside the urban growth area. But manufactured home communities are certainly more affordable.
Sure.
And if we can substitute them as well as for the fully contained community concept, I think we'll have some takers on affordable housing, because it's just, in most of the country, housing prices are going just out of control for the average person. So
Mm-hmm.
it's another option. We don't know if it would be used here in our district, but anyway, the bill had some pretty good response in committee.
Good. Senate Bill 5615, if you want to get some more information on that. Very nice. Any other that you're looking at here? Maybe a secondary sponsorship, some work on that real ID compliance. Are we going to get that figured out before folks have to start getting all sorts of passports and whatnot?
Yes, we will. And there's a good compromise bill out there. I wish we didn't have to do this, but of course the federal government is making us have a better ID system. We went through this several years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, and one of the biggest issues was that many of us wanted to have a driver's license address. In other words, you had to have a permanent address to get a driver's license in Washington. You don't now. You don't. We couldn't get the bill. We couldn't get the law changed years ago, and this is somewhat of a compromise. But I still think that you should have an address, because people were coming from all over the country to Washington, which is only one of, I think, 2 states that will give you a driver's license without a permanent address.
Interesting. This is also the one that helps people get onto the bases, get through airport security and everything.
But our new enhanced driver's license, you do have to have an address to get that. You're not going to get that without very good ID. And as it goes along, you're going to need that or a passport potentially to ride an airplane. But we will get a delay of implementation of the federal rules if we pass this bill. So I think that's going to help.
Okay, good, very good.
Yeah.
Well, Senator, I'm going to let you get out of there. If you're going to head back and see what's up with that mudslide just outside of Hoodsport, take some photos, send them off to us. You may even still find Dale backed up in that line of traffic.
On the other side. Okay. Yeah, if the cell service improves, we'll get it to you.
For sure. That's right, Tim. Good to talk with you. Have a good one.
Do you know you have access to the fastest internet in Washington State? Switch to iFiber Communications right now and take advantage of our special offers. Pay only $29.95 for 100 megabit high-speed internet, or get 3 months of internet absolutely free. That's right, $29.95 for 100 megabit speeds or 3 months of internet free. Shop, stream, and game like never before with iFiber Communications high-speed internet. Call 360-427-4000 or check us online at ifiber.tv. Subject to credit approval, valid on a 24-month contract.